What is common between a banana taped to a wall and ancient relics linked to the Buddha from more than 2000 years ago? Apparently, both are works of art that can simply be auctioned off at Sotheby's. Let me explain. More than a century ago, a British colonial official dug up a cache of jewels in India. They were found buried with the sacred remains of the Buddha. About 1,800 gems, including rubies, topaz, and emeralds. So, of course, he kept some of them, leaving the loot to sit in a private British kitty for decades. Now, his family wants to auction it off. The ancient jewels are set to go under the hammer tomorrow at a Sotheby's auction house in Hong Kong. Buddhists and scholars are criticizing this, and India has called it colonial exploitation. In fact, India has threatened to take legal action. Our next report tells you more.
It was 1898. India was still a British colony when an English estate manager, William Pepe, excavated a stupa at Piprawa in what is present-day Uttar Pradesh. The discovery was made just south of Lumbini, the birthplace of Buddha. Pepe uncovered an ancient stupa and a huge sandstone tomb containing sacred remains belonging to the Buddha, including his bone fragments and ashes, and about 1,800 gemstones and precious metals, like pearls, rubies, topaz, sapphires, and gold sheets. It was the first credible find of Buddha's relics in modern times. So, what did Pepe do with the intact relics from more than 2,000 years ago? He handed most of them to the colonial Indian government. The bone relics went to the Buddhist king of Siam and have since been distributed to Thailand, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar, where they continue to be venerated. Meanwhile, many of the other relics were sent to the Imperial Museum of Calcutta, which is the Indian Museum in Kolkata today. But the Pepe family kept 1/5 of the sacred gems. For more than a century, this colonial loot has sat unseen in a private collection. Sometimes it is featured in exhibitions like the 2023 Met. But now, the family wants to auction it off. You heard that right. These gems, which were found buried with Buddha's bone fragments more than 100 years ago, which have been hailed as one of the most astonishing archaeological finds of all time, are set to be auctioned. They will go under the hammer at Sotheby's in Hong Kong. Understandably, this has sparked an ethical debate. Critics and scholars argue that Buddha's relics are not market commodities. They are sacred materials, not saleable objects. How can relics of the Buddha be treated like a work of art? And for Buddhist practitioners, the gems on sale are part and parcel of Buddha's bones and ash. So how can human remains simply be traded on an art show? This is a great moment of colonial cultural shame on a grand display yet again. Amid condemnation from several Buddhists and art scholars globally, India is putting up a fight against the sale. The Indian Ministry of Culture has sent a letter to Sotheby's and the Pepe family. New Delhi has accused the auction house of participating in continued colonial exploitation, saying that the auction violates Indian and international laws as well as UN conventions. Because the Pepe family lacks authority to sell the relics. New Delhi has asked for the jewels to be returned and threatened to take legal action against Sotheby's if the upcoming auction is not stopped. In a typical lukewarm British response, Sotheby's has responded, saying that the matter is receiving its full attention. Well, attention will hardly cut it. Apparently, stealing the Kohinoor is not enough. The colonial mindset is now set on Buddha's jewels too. So here's a quick reality check. These treasures are woven into India's sacred past. They should be returned to where they belong and not sold off at a Sotheby's auction like a banana taped to a wall.